Hi, good morning, friends. Today we are going to learn more about reverse proxy. So here in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how can you use a Spring Cloud Gateway. Spring Cloud project provides you a technology called Gateway, which acts as a reverse proxy to your web applications. For example, in the background, we have 2 to 3 Tomcats. You can have a proxy server, and where that proxy server sends requests to these Tomcats. So traditionally, we used to use Apache or Nginx as a proxy servers, but those type of environments are really complex to create, manage, and stuff. So Spring Cloud Gateway came up with a programmatic way of creating a gateway, managing its configurations and stuff. So in this tutorial, what we're going to learn is we are going to learn how to bring the gateway up, and all the requests that are coming to the gateway are redirected to the Tomcat. So I have a REST API inside a Tomcat and which a gateway in front of it. So let us check the agenda. I'm going to go through the little bit of background. What is proxy? What is reverse proxy and stuff? What are the benefits of the reverse proxy? And next, I'm going to run a Spring Cloud Gateway Netty proxy. Netty is like a typical Java-based container. Okay, like you can think it's like a typical web server which was written in Java. So similarly, like Tomcat. Now I'm going to run REST API inside a Tomcat, then route all the requests that are coming to Netty. So any request that is coming to Netty is going forwarded to Tomcat. Tomcat is going to give the response, and Netty is going to serve back to the clients. So I'm going to enhance little bit of routing. Like one Tomcat, it is fine. If you had 3, 4 Tomcats, okay, how Netto is going to round robin the request to all the Tomcats, we're going to learn, and little bit of code walkthrough, and yeah. So now let me walk you through the writing board. Okay, so first of all, the first question a lot of you get is what is proxy. Okay, so majority of us connect to internet, right? So like we have a Wi-Fi router set up, we have a Wi-Fi router, you have a laptop, you have a laptop. Okay, and this is like some Google web server, Google site. Okay, so you connect to a Wi-Fi router for internet, and Wi-Fi router speaks to Google website. There are a lot of hops happens, but I'm uh, just for taking a sake. Okay, and the response comes, and and response is out to laptop. For example, if you say www.google.com, okay, the request is sent, the Wi-Fi router is sending request to the Google website, and the Google website is serving the response, and the Wi-Fi router is serving you to the laptop in the browser. So here this is playing a role of proxy, right? So it's like proxy, someone is speaking on behalf of you. You're not directly, your laptop is not directly contacting the Google website. You can think it as a proxy. Okay, someone is talking on behalf of you. Now let us try to reverse the scenario. Like I have a website. So let me use a different web. So I have a website. Okay. So that website, you will have so many servers. Okay, like server one, server two, server three. So there will be several servers serving the content to this website. Like this one might serve the chat content. Okay, this one might serve the video content and everything. So these many servers are serving you the content of this website. So if you have a proxy, instead of, let us say this is called proxy. Okay, if you have a proxy between your client and set of servers, so we have set of servers like S1, S2, and S3. We have 3 servers, and there is a client, and there is a proxy. So this is called a reverse proxy. Reverse proxy. The simple way to draw this whole thing is like you will have browser. Okay, then we'll have a proxy, and you will have server 1, server 2, and server 3. We call it the reverse proxy. So the request goes to reverse browser or any application, goes to the server and comes back and comes back. The same thing is true. So it can go to this server, it can go to this server. And so this is what a reverse proxy. So you are bringing proxy in front of your web servers or your application servers. That we call it a reverse proxy. Okay, now you understood a reverse proxy, right? So what are the advantages of a reverse proxy? Why do we need? So you are hiding your underneath web structure. You are hiding your underneath web servers. Reverse proxy does so many job. Okay, like a particular server is down, it routes request to only S2, S3. Okay, if you have three servers, a particular server is down, automatically the next requests are served to another servers like a load balancer. Okay, it can behave a role of a load balancer as well. If a load comes, it gives to other servers. So it makes your website high available. It does SSL handshake. I'm not going to go. There are several advantages which you can offload that to a reverse proxy. Your website should focus only on the business logic, and the non-functional things like load balancing, SSL truncation, everything you should give back to the reverse proxy. So this is about proxy, reverse proxy. Why do we need a reverse proxy? So without wasting much time, now let me go through the environment. So here what I have is like I have a base Windows OS. Okay, here I'm running two things. Here I call it is a gateway or reverse proxy. Okay, so which is nothing but a netty web server which is running on a port 8080. Now I have a Java, Apache, Tomcat. I have REST API. So I'm having a REST API. So which is like Spring Boot driven. So it is like Spring Boot application, nothing more than that. It's a simple REST API which generally says hello and nothing really does. So which is listening on the port, running on the port 9090. So now I have two clients. One can be a browser, okay, and another can be a curl. In this demo, I'm going to show the both the clients. So curl browser is going to make a request. Let us use different color. So browser is going to make a request to Netty. Netty is going to forward those requests to Tomcat, and Tomcat is going to serve the response back. So this is called request, and Tomcat is the response, and the served response is given back to the browser. So here gateway is a one terminology we call it a gateway or reverse proxy. Okay, so the Netty is playing a role of a gateway, and here I have a REST API. Okay, this is my architecture. I'm going to have this entire code running in a GitHub repository. So if you go to my GitHub repository, which explains you the whole infrastructure or the whole code, how can you bring these environments up. So all you need, the prerequisite is like the Java and Apache Maven. So the code is also, I'll just walk you through the code. But generally, if you see the code, there are two things. Gateway is like the reverse proxy, and REST API is a simple REST API. Okay, so now I have three tabs. Okay, gateway. Let me do one thing there. I cloned the code, so which is in idea projects. Okay, reverse proxy. This is the place where I have the code. So reverse proxy. If you see MV and clean, let me clean so that it will be very clear to you. Oh, I think I have somewhere running. Bear with me. Gateway. So I checked out the code into this location, then I will say MV and clean. It is going to delete everything, whatever the binaries that got created. If you see tree, I have only two things. One is like the gateway, another one is a REST API. These are the only two folders. It's nothing but multi-module Maven project. One project is like for gateway server, another one is for the REST API server, and it has all the necessary configurations to work. So let me build the standard Maven command. If you know mvn clean, if you are not a Java guy, leave about it. Just check out the code and run Maven clean install. It is going to build the two projects. So if you see the REST API and the gateway, these two projects are built. So let me bring the gateway up. So Java, I have REST API target. Sorry, I'm bringing the gateway, right? First, like a gateway target, gateway target. This is like, this will bring the gateway, the netty server on, which is listening on the port 8080. So if you see here, the command, it shows that netty server is listening on the port 8080. So what we did is like, we brought this environment up, which is listening on 8080. Now let me bring the REST API up. Okay, Java -jar. So I have REST API target, REST API.jar. So REST API service is up on the running on port 9090. So it is like Tomcat. You see here, it is started on 9090. Okay. So now in the environment, this is up. The Tomcat is up, which is nothing but Spring Boot Apache Tomcat 9. Now let me access some using curl. Okay, curl is like a command line utility where like you can think like a web server. So if I access HTTP localhost 9090 slash something like that slash, if I say, it is saying hello world. This is my REST API is there on 9090. So it's nothing. You are directly hitting the Tomcat. No, that's not you want to do, right? You want to hit the HTTP ://localhost 80. Now you want to hit the netty server. You want to hit the reverse proxy. When you hit the reverse proxy should give request to the Apache Tomcat and serve the response back. So if you hit like this, so here it shows that you got a response. So from the response, I included the port number to give you clarity that the response is coming from the Apache Tomcat. So here the request is going to netty, from netty to Tomcat, then Tomcat to netty, and netty to back to your curl application. So you can do same thing if you want to access same from the browser. You can do the same. So let me go to the browser. Localhost 8080, it shows hello world Tomcat. Now you understood the scenario. Now you have only one Tomcat, but your web application got lot of traction. Okay, you want to scale up your website. So the simple thing is, what you will do, you will spin one more Tomcat server, right? Your REST API become very popular, and you will spin one more Tomcat. So the simple way is like, I'm running another Tomcat, and port 9091. So simple way is like Java. I'll say -d server dot port equal to 9091, and I'll say uh, REST API target REST API dot jar. Java -Java. I want to run. So now I'm running. Now I'm running the another REST API on port 9091. Okay, let me do one thing. So let me check whether the API is up or not on the 9091. If you directly access, you can see that. But what you have to do, your Nifty, the proxy has to contact the Tomcat running on 9091, right? So let us do one thing now. We'll ask the proxy. So how many times if you say the proxy is not contacting the 9091 server? So you need to make some configurations to the proxy. So let me walk you a simple way is like here we are using Netflix Eureka project. I don't want to dwell. If you open the configurations, the entire configuration you can see here. I'm using um, ribbon configurations provided by the Netflix implementation. You can read all those things. So simple, the application.yaml will describe everything. So the simple thing what I have to do is like now to run. I'm going to make modifications to my gateway saying that not only serve route request to 9090, but also route request to 9091 in a round robin fashion, like one after another, one after another. Now I made the changes like I need to restart my gateway, right? So what I'll do is go to gateway, then rebuild my gateway because I made the code change, right? MDM clean install. Now I will once again run the gateway. So I'm running the gateway. Now the gateway should route request to both the Tomcats. Here I have REST API 1 and REST API 2. It has to serve the request to both the Tomcats. Now I have gateway running, which is started on 8080. Now let me go to the client and run the client program. Okay. So I curl. So the first request went to 9090. Perfect. The second request went into 9091. The third request 9090. So it's doing round robin. It is load balancing. It is balancing load between both the servers by equally distributing it, round robin scheduling. So now you understood the role played by this Netty, right? This Netty is like a reverse proxy, which is serving request on behalf of the Tomcat, and it also doing a load balancing. This is good. This is good. We were able to have two Tomcats backend, one Netty and the front, and your website is running well. But this is like a static configuration. When you bring one more Tomcat up, you need to make changes to your gateway, and which is like really bad. And let me show you one corner case. Now let me stop. Let me stop the Tomcat one. Okay. Now what happens to the clients you see? So sorry. 8080. See, it got an error. So still the Tomcat is dead, which is running on 9090. The Netty is serving request, forwarding that request to the Tomcat. It's trying. So obviously, if the server is down, it shouldn't forward that request, right? It has to do a load balance, but it's not perfectly doing it. So these were the drawbacks with this integration. So watch my next tutorial, which explains how can you change that routing, how can you enhance that routing. So you not blindly route the request, you need to enhance that request routes. So if you follow my next tutorial where this link will be shared, you will get to understand. I'll make a code walkthrough. I have two things. One is like gateway. Okay, gateway, it's like a Spring Boot based application which which it doesn't have any gateway.application. It's Spring Boot based. The entire crux is that here, the entire thing is in this application.app. I described my routing. Okay, so like API service, I want ribbon in a round robin fashion, serving between both the hosts 9090. Any requests that are coming */*. This is my LB URL definition. And I said Eureka service registry will go there. That was my third session, which will explain you the service registry. Now, the REST API is very simple. Like if you see the REST API, once again, the Spring Boot application and the REST API, this is like I want to show you that the request is coming from the port. Anything *.*, it says from hello world from these servers. Any request it comes to this REST API, it is going to say hello world from server. That's what. So the purpose of this tutorial is to explain you a simple configuration. How can you bring Netty in front of a Tomcat and do a reverse proxy, not to explain the complexity of REST API steps. REST you will understand easily. So this entire code is organized to two things: gateway, REST, and the README has everything. You can download and play with the application. So hope you enjoyed this. So the questions is like here the assignment which I gave, or some questions are tidbits, and you try to solve it on your own. If you still have any questions, follow my second video which explains the problems. Okay, like if a particular web server is down, you shouldn't forward the request to it. How can you enhance your routing logics? That I'm going to deal it in the next video. Thank you for watching.